This Ask Misty is from a friend of mine who I met a couple years ago when he interviewed me for his radio show, and his name is D Money. And he said, "Dear Misty, what advice would you give someone that is trying to start drag but is not connected to the drag scene or even the gay scene?" And I was like, my first advice would be, don't do it. But if you really want to do it, first of all, you need to start going to drag shows, start going to the clubs, etc., and start watching. Start watching the drag shows. Watch everything. Watch and see what the girls do that you like. Watch and see what the girls do that you don't like. Pay attention to those two things specifically, because you're going to learn from the good and you're going to learn from the bad. You're like, ooh, I want to make sure I never do that. Also, become friends with someone, preferably like a show director or someone like that of the clubs, because you'll notice, if you're ever backstage, you'll notice the professional drag queen versus the amateur drag queen. And I don't know why, but for some reason the amateur drag queens feel that they have to have 3 or 4 people doing everything around them. Like, I need someone to help me zip my shoes and zip my dress, and I need someone for my hair, and I need someone for my makeup. And the girls that have been doing drag for years and the professionals, we don't bring anyone to help us. And it's because we know what we're doing, we know what we want, we don't trust anyone else to do what we want because we want it a certain way, and we know that we could be like, oh, hey girl, can you zip my zipper real quick? And it's no big deal if you can't get your own zipper or whatever. But if you become friends with somebody like this, you can maybe get a backstage pass. Like, for example, I have a show every Sunday night in Fort Lauderdale called the Tranny Palace, and if I had a backstage hand, if someone were to volunteer and be like, hey, can I just help you guys backstage? And you could be like, I'll volunteer to be door security and make sure no one comes into the club that's not, or the dressing room that's not supposed to be back there, or I'll be the official, help you gluing on your nails, or help you zipping up your dress, or whatever. And that way, if you can get that backstage pass, you're going to watch them, how they do their hair, watch what type of bobby pins they use, what type of hairspray they use, what type of powder they use, what type of duct tape they use, and you're going to see. I wouldn't ask too many questions at first, just start watching and observing, but then be like, oh hey, I noticed you use black duct tape. Why do you use black duct tape? Because most people have an exact reason for why they do it. Oh girl, I use Gorilla duct tape because it's sickening, or it's the only one thing that will hold me, or I use this type of eyeliner because of whatever reason. Everyone does something different for a different reason. Everyone does their makeup in a different way. So learn. What works for someone might not work for you, but it's worth a try. And the only way you're going to know is if you actually try it. You know, and I've said many times before, every time you do your makeup, do it completely different at the beginning. Do a small nose, you know, do like a really fine nose one time. Take pictures. Then do a wider nose. Then do a rounded nose. Do a pointed nose. Do a, you know, do high cheekbones, low cheekbones, round cheekbones, carve straight lines down. And you'll see in pictures, ooh, I don't like that on my face, or I really like this. And the more you see, the more you'll learn. The other advice I would give to someone just starting out would be, don't be conceited. Every drag queen I know, when they first start out, they think they're the best. They're amazing. Oh my god, look at me, girl. I just put on this eyeliner and lipstick and I'm sickening. Right, but you're boogered down. And the hard thing is that drag queens, when they first start, for some reason, they think they know everything. And they're dense. So you can't teach them or help them without offending them, because they're like, Mama, what are you trying to tell me? I already look amazing. Ugh. And it's funny because the more you improve and the better you get, the more you realize, wow, I could learn so much more. So it's like a cycle. You start off thinking you're the best, and then you start becoming the best and realize that you can become so much better. Like the girls that have been doing it for a long time, like, oh wait, what do you use? Oh, you use this Let me try that. Let me try, oh, what's your secret for this? And we start learning from each other, and that's how we grow and become the best. You know, or at least better. But the one thing you'll need to know is that you will never be the best. There will always be someone out there that can do something better than you. You might have the fiercest eyelashes, but somebody out there can do them better. You know, so just try to keep your head not too high. Nobody likes an arrogant person. Nobody likes a know-it-all. And when you're first starting out and you're needing help and you're needing advice, and you already know everything and you're stuck up and fierce, no one's going to want to be around you. Drag mothers. I've already done a little video about drag mothers, but drag mothers, it's not important to have one. I never had one. I just learned little things from everybody I know and just applied it through practice to myself. And I think that is the best way to learn, but it's not the fastest way. And if you need a drag mother, basically you'll have to go up to someone that you look up to, and I wouldn't tell them at first you want to start doing drag, but offer to help them. Like, hey, do you need help? For example, on Halloween this year, I did 7 bookings in one night, which means I was bang, 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 here, here, here. And I would have loved to have a drag helper or a drag slave or an assistant or an escort to help me come and go from each function. You know, especially since my costume gig, I was changing on stage and had, you know, things. I want to make sure that, you know, when I get off stage, my helper can be like, oh, you have your sunglasses, your umbrella, your scarf, your baby doll, your coat. And I would have loved that. Not only that, but I had to go all these places by myself. Not that I had to. I'm a very independent person, and I think most entertainers are. So I'm not going to be like, hey, will you go with me here? You know, I have a booking on Friday in Miami, will you go with me? I don't do that. But if you know, hone into a person that you look up to and you're like, oh, I would love to help you. Can I help you? I'll carry your bags. I'll do whatever. Just I want to be around you. And try not to sound stalkerish when you do it. Don't be like, oh, I love you. You're amazing. Because it'll be weird. But just be like, look, I just think you're a great person. I want to help you. And, you know, I just want to be your drag slave. I want to carry your bags. And a lot of girls would be thankful for that. Be like, oh, sure. You can carry my bags. And that way you get a backstage pass to that. And the more you are around this person, the more you can ask. Like, ooh, what kind of glue is that? What kind of eyeshadow is that? Why do you like that brand? You know, and you're going to learn from them. And then later, you can start saying, I wonder what I would look like in drag, or do you think I should do drag, or I've always wanted to do drag, would you help me? And then if that person already has a relationship with you, they'd be eager to be there. You're like a drag mother or a sister or a mentor. And I guess the last thing I would suggest for someone just starting out or wanting to start out is practice. Practice, 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 practice. Practice makes perfect, is what they say. Granted, you'll never be perfect, but you can perfect your craft. So start practicing your eyeliner, practice your eyebrows, practice your lipstick, practice your this. Again, doing it differently every time, but trying these looks. Like, ooh, what if I take my eyebrows up here? What if I do my natural eyebrows? What if I try this? What if I try that? And the more you practice, the more you experiment, the more you will learn, and the better you will get. You know, so if you don't want to go out in the club looking like a busted queen, you know, practice. And do baby steps. One day buy a bra. One day buy a wig. One day buy your eyeliner and mascara. The next day buy your lipstick and lip liner. Then the next day, you know, you don't have to buy everything at once. You know, just start practicing with little things. And I guess that's my advice. You know, just learn from your surroundings. Be a sponge. Absorb everything from everyone that you can think of. You know, watch every drag show. Watch the good ones. Watch the bad ones. And learn from everyone. Because they all have something to teach you. Good luck on becoming a drag queen, and if I was there, I would help you, but I can't. So yeah, and also YouTube. Watch a lot of YouTube videos. I'm not the only person that does tutorials and videos. There's a lot of people out there. Learn from their tutorials as well. Anyways, that was Ask Misty, and I look forward to seeing your next question. Alright, bye-bye.